Welcome back. Midfield pivots on your screens. We're back today with the weekend takeaways. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, but vacations, things happening in my life, but it's fine. We're back with the first weekend takeaway of 2022. So without further ado, let's get into it. To begin, we can start, with Mind the Gap. This is regarding the Chelsea City game that occurred over the weekend, where Man City ran out 1-0 winners from a Kevin De Bruyne wonder strike. If you haven't seen that goal, you gotta check that goal out. First of all, he left Kante for dead, which is it's hard for me to say. It's very rarely that Kante gets beaten like that, but left Kante for dead, took the ball up to the defense, and took a shot from outside the box and scored, and the game ended 1-0. The gap now between City and the nearest number two is Liverpool is 11 points. 11 points between City and Liverpool. Between City and Chelsea, it is now 13 points. You know, considering that I was backing Chelsea in the beginning of the season to win this league, is a bitter pill for me to swallow. But yes, Pep's team is a juggernaut, guys. It's the way they accelerate, especially through this period, especially through the December period, they seem to always just kick up a gear during that period and win all their games. They haven't lost a game. They haven't lost a game since November. Just keep winning. It's uncanny how they keep doing that season out and season in. It's Yeah, I guess that's the sign of champions at the end of the day. Anyway, but back to the game. Started out a pretty poor game, to be honest. Wasn't really much to write home about. Very cagey affair. Chelsea were, let me not say nowhere. Let me not to that them they were not nowhere, but they were not the Chelsea team that was prevalent last year. It seems something's happened with that team. I don't know whether maybe it's Tuchel's management style finally catching up to him, because if you followed Thomas Tuchel's career, he doesn't last long in teams due to his abrasive nature. He's a very abrasive man. He's a no holds barred, get it all off my chest type of manager. And that doesn't always gel well with players nowadays. Players don't want to be felt like they're being spoken down to, or, being treated like idiots. And you've got to sort of put your arm around them. Now, the problem with Tuchel, he doesn't always do that, especially if he feels like you're not stepping up the way he wants you to. Hence why his teams go through a period where someone like they stop listening to him. And I don't know if this is what's happening now with Chelsea. I'm not saying that's the case. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. So yeah, Chelsea were flat, completely flat. Also, it could be them missing the two fullbacks, Reece James and Ben Chilwell. It seems the way that Chelsea are set up to play, they need those two on the side, giving them width to put the ball in for Lukaku. And without them, with Alonso and Aspilicueta, it just isn't the same. It isn't the same. The two number 10s that he plays behind the striker, Van Lukaku, there doesn't seem to be any sort of flow or chemistry, regardless of who he picks in those positions. Whether it's Mount and Havertz, whether it's Mount and Pulisic, whether it's Mount and Ziyech. Ziyech has been a flop. The only bright spark in the Chelsea midfield is Kovacic, and that's saying something. I mean, Jorginho's fell off. Kante in and out of injury. Saul hasn't had a chance really. Loftus Cheek started out well, now not in the team anymore. It's almost like Tuchel had too many options, and now he doesn't know exactly what option he wants to use, except for the two fullbacks who are not available. It's you know. Then there's a whole scandal that happened with Lukaku and his interview for Sky Italia. Those of you who don't know, Lukaku had an interview 2 3 weeks back with Sky Italia, where he essentially waxed lyrical about how much he loves Inter Milan, how much he misses Inter Milan, how much he didn't want to leave Inter Milan. And suffice to say, it left a sour taste in the mouth of any Chelsea fan, and especially the Chelsea manager, because now it's almost like, is this man committed to this team or not? Um, Tuchel then subsequently dropped him for the game after he came back from injury and scored he came back from injury, played 2 games, scored in both of those games, and the interview came out, and then Tuchel dropped him against Liverpool, where obviously they didn't lose, but they didn't win either. And then since he came back after the Liverpool game, he hasn't scored a goal. In fact, he's been poor. Normally, Lukaku's known for his hold-up play. that really wasn't in evidence at all against City. And to think that City weren't even playing, someone like Diaz, who would say would be maybe putting pressure on him, it was Laporte and Stones. And except for the one time in, I think, in the first half, where he sort of, rolled Stones. I think it was in the ninth minute. My notes here, it says in ninth minute. 9 minutes, he turned Stones easily, but he passed the ball to an offside player. That was the only moment Lukaku had. And that was in the ninth minute. Since then, he did absolutely nothing the whole game. It's a big reason why Chelsea are suffering the way they're suffering. They were the team that scored a lot of goals, but now they're not scoring any goals. It's not looking good at all. Also, them losing Mendy. I'm not saying Kepa did anything wrong in this game. He didn't do anything wrong, but it seems to be just a lot of doubt in his abilities, and even the defense seems a lot more nervous whenever Kepa is playing sort of Mendy. Yeah, AFCON is really throwing Chelsea a bit of a spanner in the works here by taking away their goalkeeper. But yeah, well, it is what it is. So anyway, let me not take away from the performance of City. City did dominate the game. They did guess deserve. I hate saying that because in football, I feel like no one ever deserves anything. Either you win or you lose. But yeah, City were the better team on the day, I guess. But also, they also have an issue in City there with strikers. Like I said before, they should have bought Harry Kane. They didn't do it though. And luckily, the quality that they have is preparing over that crack. But I don't think it'll get them far. In the league, they'll survive. But I don't know if that will help them out in the Champions League, not having a proper recognized number nine. But yeah, they won this game, increased the gap to 11 on Liverpool, 13 to Chelsea. Essentially, Chelsea for me are out of the running. I mean, essentially, what needs to happen is that Chelsea need to win 4 games while Man City lose 4 games for them to be 1 point behind them. I don't see Man City losing 4 games. I mean, who do you want to lose to? They've already played Chelsea. They've just Liverpool really is the only team that can give them any problems. So yeah, takeaway. It seems like it might be curtains there for the Premier League in terms of the champion. Blue Moon Rising again. Well, the next thing I want to discuss is Aston Villa versus Man United. Wow! Takeaway from this game. Look, Man United guys. It seems to be a club in decline. It's a club in decline. Not because they don't have good players or they don't have any money. It's the general mood around the club is one of abject just depression and despair. And I put that all down to the leadership team, the owners, and the people who actually run the club on a day-to-day basis. Your what's his name now? Well, Arnold now, but your Ed Woodward really, the Glazers, those sort of chaps. Um, this is what happens when a team is mismanaged and badly run. The chickens have actually come home to roost. I've been singing this song for years now that if Manu continue in this vein of just being run, gotta get Paza, it's gonna catch up with them on the field, and especially doing that now. They've gotten away with this sort of mediocrity over the years. Winning the Europa here and there, coming finishing second and third, and it's been hiding the endemic and the deep rooted problems that this club actually has. This club is heading the way of how Arsenal was until recently, where they become a non-factor in the league. Already right now in the season, I would say they are a non-factor. There's no way they're gonna get into the top three, top four. I don't see them doing it either. Hell, even top six. To be honest with you, I do think there are 6 teams which are better than Man United right now. Okay, what I must name them. Let's see. Obviously, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. Those three outrights are better than Man United right now. Not historically, I'm just saying right now. Spurs are better than Man United. West Ham are better than Man United. Arsenal are better than Man United right now. You could even say Wolves. Am I really saying? You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Wolves are better than Man United right now. So that's 17. So they could actually finish eighth in my reckoning. That's not even counting your Brentfords, not counting your Brightons. When Brighton comes up against them, Brighton also give them a tough time, might even beat them as well. It's look, the team's a mess. The team's a mess. They made a change last season, brought in Ralph Rangnick, but all that was essentially was again they didn't really go full ball with the change. They changed Rangnick but kept everyone else. It's like my car. has an issue with the, I don't know, the turbo. No, my car sucks. Sorry, my car doesn't want to run anymore. Instead of now overhauling my car and checking out the engine, all I do is just take out the battery and put in a new battery. And because the car starts up, I'm saying no, this car's not fixed. That's all they did. You don't. What the team needs is a major. Needs major reform. The decline in the team is worrying. Now, anyway, back to the game. I'll be doing a show on what I think is wrong with Manu. Probably yeah, it's gonna drop next week. So let's not get into that. Just get back into the match. Right against Aston Villa. Martinez had a howler in the first half and gifted Bruno Fernandes a goal. Yeah, I mean, it was just a mistake from Martinez, really, and yeah, gifted them a goal, gifted Man United a goal. But they were never they weren't the better team, even in that period. Yes, Villa seemed to be a bit apprehensive in the first half, but Man United never went for the jugular. Didn't really make that many chances. The only bright spark in the first half was probably Anthony Ilanga, who's really showing up Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford there on that on that wing. I don't know if either of those players are gonna should be getting ahead of him anymore in the pecking order. But the way Man United is run, you find that Ilanga won't play the next game and Rashford will be back. But I digress. So yeah, first half ended 1-0 with that Martinez mistake. Second half, Aston Villa came out and really took on Man United. Dominated the game, to be fair. All over the Man United defense. As usual, I mean, it's the same old story. Fred McMatic, Fred McTominay, doesn't matter who you play in that midfield. It's always the same story where they get dominated and the other team always feels like they have a chance to win. Unfortunately, in like really against run of play, another mistake from a Villa player. Can't remember the guy's name now. Let me see if it's in my notes. Sanson. Morgan Sanson trying to play a back pass to Tyrone Mings. It gets intercepted by Fred. Put it to Bruno, and Bruno scores to make it 2-0. At this point, you think, you know what, maybe it's Man United's day. The football gods are with them. They should win this game. But again, the level of Man United right now showed itself going forward. Not once did Villa going 2-0, did Villa feel like the game was over. They didn't feel like they had lost the game. In fact, it sort of almost spurred them on. Especially with Coutinho coming on. Coutinho came on and look, guys, he busted. He was just Coutinho of old. This is the Coutinho of Liverpool. You know, the one that actually got the move to Barcelona. He was amazing. He was, and in fact, you know what? I didn't even like. It wasn't even that amazing. It's just that Man United midfield is so bad, so it makes him look really, really good, much better than he actually is. So he dominated the game, came back. The team scored the first goal to make it 2-1, and then Ranić. You know, I've been watching a lot of other channels, and one in particular speaks about how Rangnick was inexperienced and that, he didn't understand the Premier League, and maybe that's why he was unable to keep that win. Look, man, I don't care if it's your first time coaching in the Premier League. If your team is being dominated in midfield by the home team and the home team is coming back, you need to shut that down. You make changes to shut that down. He didn't do that. Instead, he made changes which were baffling. Brought on Sancho. It's like, why are you bringing on Sancho when the midfield is dead? And invariably, here came Aston Villa, dominating the play, equalize, game ends 2-2. Now you've dropped 2 points. In the bigger scheme of things, this is a problem because you are falling further behind your so-called top four aspirations, which you already were very far behind anyway. Yeah, just to sum up this game, Manu are Manu, guys. I mean, we're getting to that point now where it used to be Arsenal. I think right now it's Manu are Manu. They're gonna Man United. It's a team that's going nowhere very fast. Favorite part of the weekend takeaways. I think everyone knows what it is. It's the team of the weekend. So yeah, without further ado, let me give you guys a look at the team. In goals, we have Jack Butland from Crystal Palace there. Reason why Jack made into the team, he pulled off an amazing penalty save there to earn his team a point, a well-deserved point. And to think that it's Jack Butland's first game in, I think, a year and a half. So for him to come back and then pull off that save, give him a spot in this team. In defense, usual suspects on the right there. TAA, Mr. Trent Alexander-Arnold, another assist. I think he's got the most assists out of any defender for the calendar year. Maybe. I think maybe Cancelo might be close to him. I'm not really sure. I must check my facts on that. But yeah, I know for a fact that he has the most assists this year, or last year. Yeah, last year. Whatever. Anyway, Trent in the team, assist as usual. Having Trent in the team means that you'll have a chance to score. So that's why it makes sense in my team. Next to him, there I have the man Grant Hanley, who pulled off an amazing last ditch tackle on Richarlison to save Norwich and give them a point here. Another well-deserved point. I think maybe their third or second win of the season. A great performance by him. They kept Richarlison quiet the whole game. So Grant Hanley mentioned to the team. Then the third guy in defense, the other Liverpool fullback, Robertson, also did an assist. It seems like we are blessed with having really attacking and good fullbacks. If it's not Robertson and Trent, we got Cancelo. Cancelo it's Reece James, not Reece James. It's Ben Chilwell. So yeah, it's that's why those three are in my defense for their great performances this weekend. Moving into midfield there. Because of that amazing goal, wasn't a great game, but a great game for him. And a great goal for him there. It's nice. I think it's the first time it's in my team of the week, which is saying something about, because you know how much I love Kane. We don't know, but I really do love KDB. So it's nice to see him in De Bruyne in my team of the week with his one goal. Yeah, an amazing goal, guys. If you haven't seen it, like I repeat, search that goal and watch it. It was amazing. Joining him in the midfield there, we have Harrison from Leeds United. Reason why he's in this team, he scored I think his first hat trick, Leeds' first hat trick this season. It was a really good game by him. Really exciting game. I think maybe the Leeds West Ham game was probably the game of the weekend for me, best game of the weekend. Um, just into end stuff, lots of attacking, lots of hard tackling, lots of goals. So yeah, Harrison mentioned to the team. Oh, sure, but next to KDB, we have Jacob Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey. The Aston Villa midfielder. You know, again, it's easy for us to bash the Man United midfielder, say how terrible they are, and not give credit where it's due. But to be able to take advantage of the midfield the way that this youngster did shows that he's one for the future, and he also got a goal and an assist in the comeback there. So yeah, Ramsey in the team. Trailing him there is his teammates, Philippe Coutinho. What a debut! What a debut for this man. One goal, one assist. Turned the game on its head. Showed the nose, the foresight that Aston Villa has, and why they might even be a better team. I'm actually also making them a better team than Man United in terms of how they run, because they identified the problem, bought the player to fix the problem got fixed. Instead of Man United who don't do that. So yeah, continue anyway. Enough about Man United. Continue mentioning to the team. Joining him there is the legend himself, Thomas Müller, 150 assists, Bundesliga assists this weekend. Got 2 assists there for Lewandowski. 150 assists, guys. I mean, that's an amazing figure. So well done, Thomas Müller. Well deserved place in our team of the week. Up front, we've got the 300 man. He's now scored 300 Bundesliga goals. Robert Lewandowski won best player recently in his awards. Mind you guys, I hate awards, but anyway, I won best player in these recent awards. Deserved again. Hat trick this weekend. Brought about his 300 goal. Robert Lewandowski. You can count on him to always score. Next to him, I have a youngster there, Ida from Norwich. Scored his first goal for the team in their win this weekend. It's nice when a young player gets a chance and takes it. And I feel like, that should be rewarded. Hence why it's my team of the week. So yeah, guys, I'm my team of the week. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you would take out, who you would keep in. Once again, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the interactions. I realized that, I love doing this. I love doing it because of you guys, actually. And I want to really thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my video with the people that you share them with. I've noticed a bit of surge on my subscriptions, and it's all down again to you guys with your support. Anyway, we're back now. We'll try and maybe change the scheduling a bit this year. We'll be trying to do the weekend takeaways on Mondays, do the question on Wednesdays, do a FPL team on Fridays, and that should be how the running order should be. It might change another day depending on life. Life is life, guys, but that's what I'm gonna try and stick to, just to be more consistent in terms of uploading these videos. So it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays, and probably Fridays, if not Thursday. Fridays and Fridays for the FPL, unless there's FPL coming. No, it'll be Fridays for FPL. So it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and yeah, again, once again, guys, thank you for support. You can catch me on Twitter. There's the Twitter. You can catch me on Facebook. There's the Facebook. You can follow me personally. Here are my accounts. And yeah, guys, let's enjoy the football. Until next time.